Hello, and welcome to my channel. I am Jeanette Andromeda, and today we are looking at a different perspective, a different corner of my room, mostly because I needed a change in perspective. So today I wanted to make a video that was all about really pushing myself and making some artwork using my set designer skills that normally I wouldn't take the time to do for myself. Draw with Jazza, who is an amazing arty YouTuber that you should totally follow if you don't, has a really cool app that I like to pull out during, like, I don't know, parties because I'm cool like that. And what it is it's a bunch of art prompts and a bunch of random art challenges that you can do. So in it, there are two that I wanted to try out. One is the environment challenge, and then the second half of that is a character design challenge, which I love to do because it's fun. So I'm taking both and making one piece of artwork with it. So now I'm going to cut to the footage that I took before I made my artwork. An Alchemy Lab which has slippery floors and features a dead body. A pragmatic pyromaniac that fights crime with a bionic body part. And now we're back. So just so you know, no, this is not sponsored. I'm just a hardcore Jazza fangirl. I'm wearing his merch right now, in fact. So now that you know the art prompts, let's jump into this. So today with this voiceover, I just kind of wanted to chit-chat during this video today. I didn't want to talk about specifically what I'm doing on screen or anything of any real value. I just wanted to share with you kind of my journey so far as an artist and how I have arrived here on the Jeanette Andromeda channel making YouTube videos about art. I've always been into drawing to start off with. I have always been super excited to draw, and I can actually remember being 3 years old on my back porch in Georgia trying to draw a mermaid that was on my purse. Like the little illustration of a mermaid was on this adorable plastic purse, and I wanted to draw that mermaid so badly. And it's kind of been an obsession ever since then. And I think where my journey to here really started to solidify was in middle school. And I remember seeing some production of a play at my middle school and thinking, wow, students can perform on stage? I want to do that. So the next year when they had a production and they were having auditions, I was freaking determined to be on that stage as a character. So what I did was, rather than just kind of show up and audition for whatever role, I went in with a strategy. Little old 10? Maybe 12. I think 12-year-old Jeanette went in with a plan. And the plan was, since 12-year-old Jeanette had kind of a body image issue, I've always had body image issues, actually. But I don't feel like it's gotten in the way too much. I just think it's kind of added to who I am. So little middle school year Jeanette had an issue with thinking she was fat. I think I was a little fat, actually. I was not terribly attractive, traditionally speaking. But I was determined to be on that stage, and I knew with my body type I would not make a good Jiminy Cricket because I was bigger than most kids in the school. And I wouldn't make a good Pinocchio because he's supposed to be made out of wood and really lanky, so that wasn't gonna work. And I maybe could be the Blue Fairy, but where's the fun in that? She shows up once and she sings a little bit and she goes away. Like, there's nothing fun about that. So what I decided to try out for was the role of Geppetto. Yes, Pinocchio's dad. I wanted to be Pinocchio's dad. So when I went in for that audition, I had memorized the whole audition script. I had dressed up like an old man. And I rocked that audition, and I ended up getting the role of Geppetto. And that really started the theater bug for me. So when I got to high school, I was determined to be on stage again. I started auditioning, but that first year I just did not get it. And that was okay, you know? Since I wasn't on stage, I decided to help out backstage. When I got into painting the sets, I found another joy, and I really have so much gratitude and thankfulness to give to my teacher, Z. I can't thank him enough, seriously. Like, he saw my passion and saw my just kind of glimmer of ability as a set designer and as a set painter, he decided to give me the opportunities to paint the sets and be in charge of painting the sets. And I'm still proud of the sets that I painted and the set that I designed while I was in high school. So after high school and getting really deep into theater, I decided I wanted to go to college and learn more about set and costume design. So I ended up going to the University of Connecticut, and that's what I studied. I was a set and costume designer, and I worked my butt off to be in that program and to get as much knowledge and practice as I could while I was at that school. I will say what also is a trend in my life is I tend to burn myself out. And I hit a little bit of theater burnout at that point in my life. So I kind of jumped ship a little bit, went over to the one next door, and started doing film. And with film, I became a production designer. So what a production designer is when you watch a movie, everything that is the scenery, the props, the whole look of the film, that's what a production designer does. And I loved doing that. But again, I worked myself so hard and worked myself so badly that I got burnt out. And you know, someday I will share that specific story of my burnout because it's definitely a part of who I am and a part of the journey that I've been on, but that's a whole other story time. But after that, I ended up getting into blogging and I started making YouTube videos, and they weren't the videos that are on this channel. If you're curious, I will link back to my initial YouTube channel, which was Haunting TV, and that I started with my husband, Immortal Alexander, now being called Alexander James. And I started making those videos because we had made this horror web series, and I really wanted to support this channel so that people would find it and people would watch our web series, because we put a lot of time and love and blood and sweat and tears into making that web series happen. So we started making videos, and then I wanted to promote the videos more, so I decided to make a blog. And then the blog was doing so well that I just focused on the blog. But then I wanted to make videos again, and here I am. And what this whole journey has taught me is that throughout everything that I've done, YouTube really is the perfect place for me to make something. I want to share my journey as an artist. I want to teach people along the way, and I want to be in front of a camera. Like, as narcissistic as that might sound, it just satisfies everything that I want to be doing. I feel like everything that I've made in my life always is the best and does the best when I'm being experimental, when I am not afraid to try something new, when I am not afraid to change my perspective. An Alchemy Lab, which has slippery floors and features a dead body. Pyromaniac that fights crime. With a bionic body part. Actually, I really like the way that turned out. What kind of things do you do to force yourself to improve? What do you do to push your artistic boundaries? Let me know in the comments below. If you leave me something that I haven't heard before, or if you have like a favorite art prompt website or something, I'm gonna go check it out in the next time in the next video, where I'm looking for a particularly fun, prompty thing to do. So I'm always looking for prompts. I need them. So if you like this video, make sure to thumbs up and subscribe and turn on the notification bell, because an itty bitty little channel like this is not going to show up in your home feed unless you turn on the notification bell. So thank you guys for joining me on this journey and for giving me an excuse to really try and to really try to improve my own artwork. You guys are amazing, and stay creative, my friends. Mwah!